I am back in your ears to discuss how do I stop myself from talking so fast. Maybe don't talk as slow as I just did, but I certainly have people come to me and they listen to themselves and they go, "Oh my God, Brianna, I sound like I'm on cocaine. I'm speaking so fast. I promise I'm not taking drugs. How do I slow myself down?" And I've got a few little tips that I'm going to run through with you today. Nothing is difficult. You will feel like an idiot. How do you stop yourself from talking so fast? The number one thing you need to do is breathe. That seems like a ridiculous thing to have to tell someone to do, but it's very common. So I used to be a performer. I used to be a musician. I used to be a singer. And nerves were a thing that would happen. It never really bothered me too much. I kind of was just like, whatever, I'll just see how I go. So I didn't get as freaked out as other people. But one of the main reasons why it didn't feel like so nerve-wracking is because I'd learned these techniques about breathing from when I was 10 years old, when I started doing singing lessons. And I've really taken them with me all the way through my life. Breathing is such a massive part of being able to slow yourself down and regulate the speed at which you're talking. So before you sit down to record an episode, I want you to do a few simple breathing exercises. First things first, I want you to sit up straight because you're probably going to be sitting, and put yourself at the front of your chair so that you're not sitting right back into it, because as soon as you're sitting back into your chair, it makes you kind of roll yourself over and it actually makes your diaphragm not be able to work properly. So that's the first thing. Sit at the front of your chair so that your diaphragm, which is like this, large bit of extra lung muscle. It's not really a lung, but it's a muscle that helps you breathe more. So if you can have that sit there and be not crunched up, then you're going to be able to breathe a lot easier. So then once you're sitting in a space where you feel like, okay, cool, I'm sitting really tall here, I know what I'm doing, I feel strong, then you start actually breathing. So what you do is breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, so I'm going to do it. Now, when you breathe in, I want you to keep your shoulders down. You might have to do it in front of a mirror so that you see what you're doing. But I want you to keep your shoulders down and try and expand your diaphragm. And when you breathe in through your nose, you should feel this kind of bit, like this extra bit of belly bit kind of come out. That's your diaphragm actually doing its job, and it helps you be able to take in more breath and actually control the breath better too. So again, shoulders down, look at yourself in the mirror if you need to, and then breathe in through the nose. See how my shoulders, if you're watching this on YouTube, my shoulders didn't really move. It's all happening in this air baby, I used to like to call it. I'd have this air baby that looked like I was pregnant. And then you breathe out. Okay, so if you do that a few times, these big, deep breaths, then you'll start to feel, it's like meditating, you'll start to feel calmer. And when you feel calmer, you don't speak so fast. You don't feel like you've got anywhere to be. So you can actually slow the pace down just from your breath. The next thing that I want you to do to actually slow your pace down is have more of an idea about what you're going to say. So if you're the kind of person that likes to kind of not plan and just go, hey, I'm going to talk about this today, that's cool. But you need to have a few dot points so that you don't feel like you have to fill silence because you're trying to think of the next thing by saying more stuff. And if you have a few kind of key points on a computer or on a piece of paper or whatever, then you'll be able to glance at it and recenter yourself. The other thing is people kind of feel like if there is silence, they have to fill it. They fill it with ums, they fill it with ahs, they fill it with a bunch of words that don't need to be there. instead of doing that, allow yourself the time to just take a pause. If the pause is long, you can edit it out, or your audio editor can edit it out. But if you talk too fast, it's so hard to edit because your words start to run together. And if you say and weird things in there, we can't catch all of that because all your words are running together. The key here is to actually breathe before you start. Have a prompt, some things you're going to talk about, and allow yourself the space to be awkward, to pause, because it's going to benefit you in the long run. Your editing is going to be easier, and you actually just seem more like you know what you're doing if you're pausing more. Like you know what you're talking about. You're creating that space for someone to engage with what you've just said. Now, the other thing that really helps you slow down is kind of a ridiculous thing to think. Get in the habit of talking really big like this. Not in your actual podcast episodes, but let's say you're reading your kid a book or something, or your dog, cat, I don't know, whoever. Read it in a way where it's like, hello, my name is Brianna. I'm talking very weirdly with a massive mouth. It actually gets your mouth moving enough that it feels like everything starts to relax. And when your mouth is relaxed, when your face is relaxed, then it's easier to take breaths, take pauses, and feel more connected to what you're saying than everything feeling really tight and like you have to just get it out. So that's the other thing I would say if you feel like you are talking too fast. The very last thing I will say on this is breathe in and then you go like this. And that actually loosens up those lips of yours so that it feels like they can move easier as well. So you breathe in and then you go. You look ridiculous. I look ridiculous. It's okay. It actually just allows your mouth those like feelings of, hey, I'm going to be using, like you're going to be using me soon. I'm your mouth. You're going to be using me soon. Let me relax. And that's another way to relax it. So they are the key points. If you're feeling like you're like, I'm talking so fast, I'm on some sort of drugs, I swear, it's ridiculous. Take those little key points, take a breath, sit at the front of your chair, think about what you're actually going to talk about and allow yourself those awkward pauses in order to feel like you can actually get your words out in a calmer and more present manner.